In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make a presentation on PowerPoint that's engaging and memorable. So those are the key words, okay? The engaging and memorable, because I'm not going to show you a lot of high-tech stuff necessarily. It's just going to be how to do it where people like focus and pay attention to it more when you're doing a presentation. So I'm going to go to PowerPoint. I'm going to open it up. Before I show you PowerPoint, I am going to tell you that this is Efficiency and Organization. Welcome. And this is the channel where we talk about everything having to do with having good systems in place, having a good organization and productivity, time management, so that way we can achieve and accomplish a lot more in everyday life. And we're just going to pretend that I'm going to do a presentation on how to dress professionally. This is just an example, okay? How to dress professionally. Here, what you want to do is put your name and put the date of the presentation. Okay. Now, on PowerPoint, there's this thing called Designer that you can use. And it's kind of neat. See how, like, if I pick this, for example, it kind of gives a background. That's kind of cool. You can use something like that if you'd like. Again, nothing too high-techy, but it's something. Okay, so when I create a new slide, this is going to be like the meat and potatoes, okay? Like this is going to be the most important thing about the presentation is how you organize it to make it engaging, to make it where people pay attention. Because as you know, people's attention spans are a lot shorter now, a lot shorter than they used to be. The thing you want to do is some kind of an introduction. So you want to introduce yourself. Something fun, maybe you could put picture, you could put bullets, use as many bullets as possible. I'm going to put that here. Or use bulleted information. Then what you want to do is have an activity. Okay, this is going to be the audience introduces themselves. Now, depending on how much time you have, you can tell them that they have 2 minutes, 3 minutes to turn to a partner and answer questions, kind of a thing. Or you can do it yourself. But just remember, whatever you do, that you're trying to get them to act, to interact. That's what's going to make this engaging, and that's what's going to make this fun. So after the 2-3 minutes, that's something that they got to do something. Now you can talk about your objectives for the presentation. So what are you hoping that they gain from it? Again, it's bulleted information. You put bullet number 1. You could say, well, it's to help you look professional, gain credibility, get more leads. So basically you want to tell them what they're going to get out of the presentation. Then the next thing you're going to do is show them examples of how to look professional, right? You could do maybe like 3 examples, 4 examples. You could say example number 1, give them tips. You could say example number 2, example number 3 of how to look professional. Then the 4th one, that's it. You have to stop. So after every 2-3 slides, you have to have something that's going to be engaging. So here we're going to put something engaging. What you could do is ask maybe like true false questions that they can answer. Okay, maybe you can have like 3 slides where they're answering true false questions and everybody has to answer, because that'll be engaging. In fact, what you can do is use whiteboards, and I use these all the time in my presentations, and I get them from Amazon. And basically they just get to like show their answers, true or false. And you could go, all right, let's see what you guys said. Oh, a majority of you said true. That's awesome, right? But at least it's engaging. It's getting them involved. The other thing you can do if you want, instead of a true and false, you can do, again, turn and talk to a partner. That'd be something, right? Like, okay, now you have 2 minutes to turn to a partner. Of the 3 examples I gave you, talk about which one resonates with you the most. But you see what I did? It's a very organized, systematic thing. It's like, okay, we're going to do an introduction, an icebreaker of sorts, and then I'm going to show you some information. I'm going to speak for a very brief period of time. Then it's going to be you guys doing something. So the best format, I'm going to say start with an introduction, get the audience to introduce themselves to each other. then present information, maximum 3 slides, then have them do something engaging. Get them involved. Preferably a game or question answer session or talking to each other. Again, more presentation. And again, have them do something engaging. And this cycle continues, okay? It's like 2-3 slides, they have to do something interesting. 2-3 slides, they have to do something interesting. At the very end, it would help to see if you have reached your objective. So the objectives that you presented in the beginning, at the end, ask if you covered all objectives, and then have them do a survey and then get the results to improve your presentation for next time. And then, as I said, just to make it interesting, I use the designer tool a lot, which you see here. So for that one, I would do that. For this slide, for example, look at all the different options that they give you. That's kind of cool that you can use. My only issue I have found is whenever I do this and then I go to make a change, it's really hard to add a slide usually. Like in this case, it wasn't, but sometimes it is. So I try to be very careful when I select one of those. But I use this designer tool a lot to make the presentations nice and neat and just more pretty, if you will. But this is not what makes the presentation engaging. What makes it engaging is getting the audience involved, where you are talking 2-3 slides, stop and get them engaged. 2-3 slides, stop, get them engaged. All right, I hope you got some good information out of this. Please be sure to subscribe for more awesome content. I will catch you in the next video.